everyone, it's Amy, and today in my kitchen we are making Samoa Truffles. Now, you may be wondering, what are Samoas? They are shortbread cookies with caramel and coconut and chocolate, and we're going to recreate that into little bite-sized truffles. This is one of my family's favorite and most requested candies that I make, and it's so simple. I'm going to show you how it's made. So in a bowl, you're going to add Nilla wafer cookie crumbs. Now I took a whole box, a 14-ounce box of Nilla wafer cookies. I processed it in my food processor to make fine crumbs. If you want, you can use graham crackers, but I find these have such a buttery taste that resembles the classic Samoa cookies. I think you're gonna love it. I've got a 7-ounce package here of sweetened shredded coconut, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and then we're also going to take a can of dulce de leche. Now this is almost like sweetened condensed milk, but it's already been made into caramel sauce. I know some people have made this recipe and they've accidentally used a can of sweetened condensed milk and a second can of sweetened condensed milk. Don't make that error. Make sure that you buy the dulce de leche, which is a milk-based caramel sauce. We're just going to mix all these ingredients together. It is a very sticky mixture, so keep that in mind as we go on to the next steps. Okay, you're going to get a cookie sheet and line it with a piece of parchment paper. And you want something that's going to fit in your freezer because you're going to freeze these before we dip them in chocolate. We're going to take a 1 tablespoon cookie scoop, and you can use tablespoons if you want to. Cookie scoops seem to give me the quickest results here. And you're just going to make cookie balls until all of this filling is used. This recipe makes about 72 or so truffles, so it makes quite a few, but they freeze so well, so you can make a batch of these, keep them in your freezer, and just pull out however many you want at a time to serve. Okay, these are gonna go in the freezer for about 30 minutes. I'll be back. Welcome back, guys. Our truffles have been in the freezer for about 30 minutes. So you can see they're still sticky, but they're firm enough that I could make these little balls, give them a little bit better shape here. They do not have to be perfectly round balls. I actually like the little rusticness look of them. All right, in our bowl, we're gonna put some chocolate wafers. And I love the Ghirardelli because they not only taste delicious, but it's not like chocolate chips where you then need to temper the chocolate. These don't stick to your fingers. So we're gonna put those in there. These will melt in about 1.5 minutes in the microwave. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, the chocolate is melted and smooth. See that? So I take a toothpick, dip it into the truffle, and I just dip the bottoms. And you're gonna place it on a piece of parchment paper. So you're gonna repeat that until you've dunked all your bottoms. So one of the tips that I share in my blog post is you can either use regular shredded coconut that's been sweetened, or you could toast the coconut, which adds a whole delicious texture to these truffles. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is I have a Ziploc bag and I just put it in a cup there to hold it up. I'm gonna pour the rest of this chocolate in here. All right, and now I'm gonna cut off the tip. And then to finish them off, you're just gonna drizzle a little of that chocolate over the top, and they're gonna look just like Samoa cookies. And that's it, you guys. You'll let these sit for about 5 minutes to let that chocolate harden, and then you can put them in a Ziploc bag and store them in the freezer. Enjoy.